It was crazy, and I was so heartbroken for her, but I was relieved. I was relieved. Y'all, tag her. Aria, do not fucking go back to him, honey. You deserve so much better, sis. It's gonna be rough. Sit in that shit. I promise you. It will get better. Sit in that
Don't
shit.
let your hair get in the way. Can't be defined by your mistakes. You know you try really hard. But sometimes you fall. Yeah, sometimes you fall.
Hey, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, y'all. So, look. Let's just straight jump into it. Before I get into the ultimatum, I'm just going to update y'all about my craziness. So, yesterday, y'all, when I got off of work, y'all, I ain't even going to hold you. I cried all the way home. Because, baby, single motherhood is whipping my ass, y'all. I got to find my daughter at daycare. And it's like every place I'm calling, every place that I'm calling, y'all, are saying that they don't have no spots. Bitch, who knew there was a shortage in fucking daycare? I did not know there was a shortage in daycare. I knew that shit was hella expensive, y'all. And when I had really come to the point where it's like, girl, you just gonna have to pay it. And really just like mentally trying to adjust all of my budgets and just being like, shit's gonna be tight for a little while. You gonna have to grind some waist beads out, whatever. I know the one place that I had checked that did have a spot, y'all. I ain't had a deposit or that. Girl, you got to pay a deposit and an application fee. Yes, y'all. $95 for one and $125. I didn't really have it till the next week. So I waited a week. Well, that spot is gone. Well, I have to call at 9:30 this morning to see if that spot is gone. And here's the thing, you guys. Here's the thing. I just recorded the video, Rejection is Protection, and how to change your mindset on rejection. This is not, I don't view this as rejection, to say the least. But I am fully aware that, one, more than likely, this will work out, right? I will find a space. And it's possibly that right now, the places that I'm looking at aren't in my budget, and the universe is trying to shift me somewhere else that's going to have availability in time, that's going to be in my budget, whatever. But the mere fact that it's the holiday time and I am dealing with her father's side of the family, and her father being absolutely hands off, my irritation is just like through the roof right now. I just really want to, like, enjoying a holiday as an adult is already very different, right? But I have 3 kids who need to enjoy the holiday. And so I'm just really trying to push through that. But it's also like, girl, you ain't got no time to really put it on the shelf. You really got to figure this out. So I hope I figure this out like this week or the beginning of before Christmas, so that I could somewhat enjoy Christmas, y'all, and not be having this stressful shit on me. But that's not what we're here for. I thought about getting on camera, but I'm not really want to be crying on camera. I thought about capturing them real emotions. That's not a thing for me, y'all. I'm going to keep it a buck. That's not a thing for me. You're not going to see it too often unless it catches me off guard. But I wanted to talk about the ultimatum because this shit is finally over. Y'all, they need to call this shit the alley of red flags. I don't know, but this has been the craziest season yet. Now, what I will say, I can't even say the best, the craziest. The best season was the queer season, y'all. The queer season was fire, okay? But this right here, like, the amount of red flags in this. All right, let's get to it. So first, I'm trying to see, like, how can I start with, like, the least amount of what I'm going to say compared to the most amount. So, what are the Mariah and Caleb? Okay, good. Can we get another Caleb? At first, like, when I first saw Caleb come up on the screen for the reunion, y'all, I was like, dear God, can we get some more Calebs? And then as the episode started going on, I was like, wait a minute. And even, matter of fact, even before I finished my prayer, like, I kind of peeked out, like, I don't know, because I don't really know Caleb, right? That's how Caleb showed up. That's my trauma speaking, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. That's my trauma speaking. But I feel like we should all be like that. We should not always jump on somebody's representative, right? Everybody shows up with their representative for some amount of time. Some people longer, some people shorter. So Your girl talks fast. Anyway, so yes, Caleb was a actual breath of fresh air. Y'all want to ask y'all this question because everybody knows there was a connection with Caleb and Aria. So there are several reasons why I feel like Caleb moved the way that he moved, which in question was a little questionable, right? I feel like, number one, Caleb has a high sense of loyalty. I feel like Caleb has a very high sense of loyalty, and he wasn't going to budge in that. He felt as long as he wasn't actively pursuing something or actively trying to build emotions in his head, because some of them activities are very intimate. Intimacy is not just sexual, right? So, one, he has a high sense of loyalty. Two, I feel like he didn't want to look like the bad guy. Like he was treading real lightly because y'all were not going to chew his out on TV. And respect, okay? Three, I wonder, is Caleb intimidated by black women? I wonder, is Caleb. So anyway, those three things are things that kind of popped in mind with the whole Caleb and Mariah issue. Now, Mariah, if trust in the process was a person, baby, it was Mariah, and Mariah won. I'm sorry. Mariah stood 10 toes down in that process by herself, and I know that shit ate her up. Even though she didn't know what was really going on with Caleb and Aria, she stood in that shit strong as hell, and she came out on top. The bitch won her man, okay? She got her man, and her man didn't really embarrass her, even though I know her feelings was hurt seeing that, and he definitely should have told her, yeah, there was a little bit more there. Plus, it also made Aria seem like she was making more out of a situation than she was, but she wasn't, okay? So that's them. Sandy and Nick. Nick is fucking crazy. I don't know what grown man would ever go get another grown man's tattoo that he don't even know who is, like, courting his woman. Like, that is some crazy shit, y'all. That's crazy. I would never, ever get no tattoo matching one of my rivals. No way in hell. So Nick is definitely unhinged. Nick needs therapy. The way that Nick ended things with Sandy was very much vindictive. I knew the way that he was, like, how he moved was very familiar of an abusive man. It gave me very familiar feelings. I told y'all, sometimes you be real familiar with stuff. And I think that when you're in a toxic relationship, you have to acknowledge that familiarity for what it is, and not necessarily associate that with a safe space. A lot of times we all start dating somebody who feels familiar, and all these butterflies that come. Them butterflies are not what you think they are. They are your nervous system giving you a warning, okay? But them butterflies and all those other things, and it just seems like, oh, it's a vibe. It's familiar, but it's not safe. It's familiar based on one of your last toxic relationships, if you get what I'm saying. So, Nick and Scotty gave me very familiar vibes, you guys. The way that Nick ended it with Sandy, like putting it on her. I mean, granted, Sandy was a fast ass. And I didn't like the way Sandy lied. I didn't like the way she looked Zaina in the eye and lied. Like, it was just weird to me. I was like, girl, I don't know how you moving. And it ain't very authentic at all, okay? But Sandy was being a fast ass. I knew Sandy was not going to pick JR. JR is an absolute idiot. JR and Zaina relationship is hella fake. Everybody knows that shit is fake. Zaina, you should have picked a better actor, because that nigga is trash. His acting sucks. Y'all see how fast he kissed her at the little engagement meetup thing? Like, he was like, I was like, damn, wait, I had to rewind it. Like, what happened? Like, did he kiss on her forehead? Because that shit was so fast. No. In the beginning of the season, y'all, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I wanted to fight JR. I wanted to fight JR Scotty. I wanted to see them on sight, honey, okay? Because first of all, Zaina is beautiful. How dare you say you've been dating this beautiful young lady who also showed up as very classy and positive, not unhinged in no form of way. And you show up talking about Sandy like she is God's gift. That sent me, y'all. And I know that is more a reflection of a deeper issue within himself than it is with black women in general. But that shit pissed me off. That shit pissed me off because I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Sandy is pretty in her own right, but I'm telling you right now, she ain't have shit on Zaina. And even when it came to personality, Sandy ain't have shit on Zaina. Sandy was flaky. You had to call her on it yourself when you sat there and said, why is it that Zaina's telling me you saying it's just a friendship? Because she didn't want you for real. She just wanted to try some black. Now that she got it, she trying to go back to security. As crazy as it is. Okay, so he made me sick, y'all. He made me so sick. I can't. Whew. Also, y'all, so I seen a comment, and I didn't know this. I seen a comment where someone said on a video, JR has that steroid lisp. I did not know that exists. I hate his voice. I hate the lisp. But, you really don't want to be picking at people about that shit. But if it's steroid induced, then I feel every right to pick it. I'm sorry. I feel like, okay, well, I can do that, right? I don't know if it's steroid induced. I just really hate his voice. I hate his braids. I hate what he stands for. He looks like a walking fuckboy with insecurities. And he pretty much operated in that space, okay? So, that's them. Scotty, no. Do I want to go to Scotty and Aria? Is that it, y'all? I don't want to talk about the rest of them people. They left. I know. Oh, one last thing. I'm going to talk about one person. I don't even remember their names. But the Chanel girl and her boyfriend, where her boyfriend told, I believe, Dave to protect her and make sure she is safe. I said, okay, come with it. Come with it. Listen, I don't get what goes on. She better be safe. She better be safe. And I need more men to just say that about your family, your friends, your cousins, your sisters. Really check these men and hold them accountable for keeping these women safe. Too many of y'all just sit there and not say shit and want to be all chummy with them. That's annoying as fuck. Tell these niggas to keep y'all family members and friends safe. Anyway, Aria and Scotty. I think that is the last one, y'all. That's probably the last one I really give a fuck about if we want to keep it a buck. Aria and Scotty is a fucking abuser. If Scotty has not laid hands yet, Scotty will lay hands, okay? I knew this off of episode like 1 or 2. Y'all know with the whole hand holding thing of the gaslighting, right? We saw that firsthand. What kills me and what really, really killed my spirit was watching Scotty, not only in a proposal, but on that stage at the reunion, continue to bash Aria and for Aria to continue to take so much blame when we've already gotten a taste of how their relationship goes. We know this whole relationship, Aria has been gaslit and being told that she does not show up enough for Scotty. And Scotty will always do that because it will always put Zaria, it will keep Zaria in a space where she is always trying to appease him, always trying to meet that goalpost. It will relieve him from any accountability of showing up better for her. It's going to always be Zaria needing to show up better. Zaria is the problem. It is a two-way street. It is two people in this relationship. Zaria will never only be the problem. But if you're in a relationship with Scotty, I need you to know you will always be the only one with the problem because Scotty is perfect, honey. He is perfect. Perfect for hell, okay? So I was really, really heartbroken seeing Zaria say yes to the proposal, y'all, because I could see it in her eyes. Like, y'all gonna think I sound crazy. Some of y'all gonna think I'm gonna sound crazy, and some of y'all gonna be like, yeah, me too, sis. But I could see it in her eyes, and I could damn near feel it in her spirit through the TV. She did not want to do that. Homegirl looked like she was depleted. She looked like an energy vampire had his fangs in her, okay? However, I want y'all to pay attention to now at the reunion, which I had noticed, but still hadn't even really put together that they had split. I had noticed that Aria had more of a voice at the reunion. Y'all notice she was real clap back, like, oh no, we finna put it all out here. She was real clap backy, just not with just Scotty, but before even got to Scotty with the whole Caleb thing, she was real chest out. I got a voice and I contribute two things. One, leaving Scotty. I feel like she might have had her aha moment, and everybody gets their aha moment at different times. So again, I'm gonna say this again. I feel like I say this almost every video. I don't give a fuck if you have left 5 times, if you have left 6. Keep trying until the next time is the last time. Okay? So I didn't know it was that. I thought that I think is that one, she left Scotty, and 2, Caleb gave her what she needed to understand that her voice had meaning, that her voice was important, that her voice deserved to be heard, right? And that she deserves to be seen. And honey took that energy, okay? One day, y'all, when they said it, I knew it. When they said how long, I said, that's one day. Because Scotty sees no fault in his behavior, and it's what works for him. It's what he uses to maintain control of the situation. But the reality is, at some point in time, people are going to get tired of being controlled. And that's what happened, okay? Also, I want y'all to keep in mind this. I said all the time, hindsight is 20/20. I don't even know if that's really the proper saying, but this is what I mean when I say that. When you are in something, you do not see shit for what it is. You just, and especially a toxic or abusive relationship, because there's so much manipulation going on that the chemistry in your brain starts to change, right? When you look in the mirror, you don't even see the same person. It's so many things going on within you that is very, very dangerous, that you are slowly unbecoming who you was, right? Your family, friends who aren't in that situation can see it. A lot of times they can see it. They may not know what's going on or understand what's going on, but they see the change. What I think happened was when Aria was able to step out of that situation with Scotty for 2 weeks, and her nervous system was starting to calm down and get a feel for Caleb, what peace felt like, what calmness felt like when you were heard, when you were seen, baby. And she went back in that shit. Her body was like, her nervous system was like, oh, hell no. What is this? We gotta go. I think that she only said yes to Scotty for 2 reasons. One, scared to reject him because she knew what his reaction was going to be. And God forbid she reject and embarrass him on TV. Homeboy would have lost his shit. Okay. And two, because Caleb was marrying Mariah. And Caleb wasn't choosing her. Unfortunately, human nature, a lot of times it's easier to choose somebody else than to choose ourselves. And when I say that, I mean a woman or man can much more easily leave a relationship that they're in for somebody else than to walk away for the sake of self. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds crazy because it's like you should always be choosing you first and foremost. Like, I don't care. You're choosing them when you stay and it's not a great situation for you. And you are able to choose somebody else when you want to move on. You know, this is why people cheat. Let's just say the least. This is why people cheat, because they didn't have the ability to walk away from. This is why some people cheat. They didn't have the ability to walk away from a situation that was no longer serving them, just for that reason and that reason alone. It's like, I need to replace it with somebody else. But it's like, why can't choosing yourself be good enough? You know what I'm saying? So when I saw Aria on the stage and she said she left, and she was choking up because she got some healing to do. And it's probably been a long road of a lot of shit. I noticed she's like profusely apologizing. Like, it was crazy. And I was so heartbroken for her, but I was relieved. And I hope she doesn't go back. I hope he cannot manipulate her back. I hope she is so sure about... Y'all, tag her. Aria, do not fucking go back to him, honey. You deserve so much better, sis. It's going to be rough. Sit in that shit. I promise you. It will get better. Sit in that shit. Spend time with your family. Pick up a hobby. Get busy. Get busy taking care of you. Get busy loving on you. Please don't go back to that man. Please don't go back to that man. Start journaling everything. Watch the episodes over if you need to remind yourself what you need not go back into, honey. He's not going to change. He hasn't changed all these years. Y'all got engaged, and then the show is literally the next day. Don't go back to him, please. Please, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm at work and I need to take my black ass in here and earn my checks. So
3 hours later.
okay, y'all. So no glasses because I need you to understand this is editor Ebb coming here, okay? So, y'all, I was editing that video. I was editing the video this morning while I was at work, judge your mama, and I made my phone call, y'all. I made my phone call, and they was like, when can you come tour? And I said, now. Right now. I can come tour right now, because when y'all called yesterday and y'all told me that spot was almost gone, I had a meltdown. And so I do not even want to take any chances, because while I am off tomorrow, well, not off, but I work from home tomorrow, and I probably could have handled it then. They're closed tomorrow, and we just not even gonna play with this shit. So your girl, your little sis, your internet niece, YouTube niece, whatever you want to call it, it's starting school, you guys. Well, I ain't finished the paperwork, but I have held her spot. Her spot has been held. But here's the thing, y'all. I had to pay a book fee. I had to pay a book fee for my pre-K daughter. On top of that, y'all, 4-year-old. She's 4. She's 4, y'all. And she got a fucking book fee. What is this, college? Also, y'all, girlfriend got uniforms. I have to buy uniforms. And while I don't hate the idea, because now I don't got to tussle with a 4-year-old about what she want to wear, what she don't. I do have to find ways for her to feel creative and feel like an individual. So, I'm going to let her, we're going to make some little anklets and bracelets, by the way, because, honey, I'm about to make this tuition, okay? I got to make this tuition money. So, that being said, y'all buy some waist beads and shit. You need some sage. You should really be saging your house before 2025 if you have not, okay? Buy some sage. You don't like smoke? Buy some smudge spray, okay? I make it myself, homemade, you guys, with sage oil, fresh lavender. It is to die for. So anyway, smells amazing, brings positive energy into your space. I know this feels like an ad, but no, I'm going to make some anklets and bracelets for my daughter so that she can feel like an individual. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let her pick out which anklet you want to wear today, which bracelet, because she has to wear a uniform, look like everybody else now. What cute socks you want to wear. I already know homegirl's gonna want to wear a skirt, y'all, because she is a girly girl. You know where she get it? I said I don't know where she get it from. Her divine feminine energy, that's where she get it from. I'm not really your girly girl, but she is a girly girl. Also, y'all, I just want to say, y'all like, oh, she's hype, she's talking fast. Because I've been sipping on this all morning, y'all. And it just got me like, whew. Anyway. So yes, also with that being said, homegirl has her own collection on the Vibe collection of anklets and crystal bracelets for young girls. So go there and buy some for your daughter too. Okay. Brooklyn said so. So yeah, y'all, that is what is going on. I told y'all I knew it would work out, but it was just really, really frustrating. The process was really, really frustrating. I was feeling really, really overwhelmed. And now that part is done, I'm still not through, y'all. I still gotta make sure her shot records are up. I think her shot records are up to date, but I gotta get this paperwork filled out now. The supply list is crazy, y'all. She has a supply list. Yes, you gotta buy the crayons, you gotta buy the Lysol, you gotta buy the wipes, you gotta buy the Clorox wipes, you gotta buy the baby wipes, you gotta buy the scissors, you gotta buy the glue sticks, you gotta buy the paper towels, the sandwich bags, the gallon storage bag. Yeah, I gotta buy all of that, okay? All of that plus uniforms. These are things that I was not expecting to come up, but y'all gonna buy some waist beads and I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good, okay? Anyway, a few things that I forgot to mention. And what I could not believe I forgot to mention this shit, y'all. I cannot believe I forgot to mention Zaina and her QR code nail. Y'all, Zaina did not come to play with him, okay? She did not come to play with him. And y'all, I am about to listen to a tell-all interview with Zaina. And one of the things she said was she did not expect us to say that relationship was not real. Girl, what? Girl, what? How, Zaina? That shit look crazy. You don't see how that man show up for you. Because it's giving, sis. As much as you showing up like you got it together, it's no way you don't notice how that man energy is towards you. Just go back again. When I say when you in it, you don't see it for what it is. Also, that video with JR saying all that sexual stuff was disgusting. Netflix, how dare y'all hide that? How dare y'all hide that? That was disgusting. The editors did one on that number, okay? And last but not least, wait, there was something else with Caleb. Oh, Caleb and Mariah, y'all. Caleb, I know I'm going like doubling back. It was so many things that I was like, oh shit, I forgot. Caleb and Mariah, I feel like both know deep down inside that there are other people out here in the world that's probably better aligned for them. But they love each other, and but fear and love, let's just say that. Fear and love is keeping them stuck together. That's how I feel about them. I feel like they both know. I feel like Caleb knows that he can align better with somebody else, and so can she. And he said that, like, I'm her second partner. I feel like she hasn't really explored. Like, is she just settling for me? Yes, sir. And then I also feel like Mariah, the way she was acting over Zaria, you definitely knew Zaria was probably better. I mean, Aria. I wonder why I can keep her. You definitely knew Aria was better aligned for Caleb, but you know, that fear and love will have you stuck to for good. And let me see, what was the last thing? I got one more thing, y'all. Oh, one last thing. What I appreciated the most, because y'all already know how these reality relationship or reality love shows keep playing with black women. They keep playing with black women. I'm gonna tell you, if you go over there and listen to Jesse's commentary, she tends to point it out a lot, right? However, kudos to Zaina and Aria for not letting Netflix, Love is Blind, all those niggas play with them, okay? And we got 2 views of it for real, y'all. Because, you know, it felt like Zaina was kind of hip to the shit in the beginning, like early on with both of them in. But if you notice, like, Aria wasn't necessarily, but she came through. So I'm still going to put her in a pot with Zaina to say she won't let us play with her either. And I feel like Ashley, yeah. I said Love is Blind, didn't I? Ultimatum, whatever. Ashley, you should take a note from, you know, the Little Sisters books. Because I'm pretty sure you're older than them. You should take, yeah, y'all still a little bit traumatized over Ashley's situation. Let me tell you why. I'm going to speak as us women collectively. We was rooting for her. When we first saw Ashley, we was really, really excited about Ashley. But it was very, very disappointing to see how Ashley went down. Not only to see how Ashley went down, but to see Ashley's reaction to it. Because first of all, even after, you know, it first started coming out, we were still having some sympathy for her. We had sympathy for her because we saw how she was set up. She was set up. That man with a background check should have never been on such a show. Let's be very clear. And to have him on such a show and never bring anything to her awareness is absolutely crazy. Crazy. He should never have been put in front of her as an option. Nevertheless, allow her to go all the way through a wedding without the truth being brought to the forefront. And I do not believe this girl knew all of this. But I feel like, you know, for real, the smartest thing for her to do was to not only annul the marriage, but also sue Love is Blind. It would have resolved so much in her life, but I mean, having a husband was more important. I get it. I get it. Standing by your man was more important. I get it. I just wish she would have did it in a more tasteful manner that wasn't so angry with the viewers. Because it's like, girl, just because you don't get it don't mean we don't. And it's like, almost like now you're trying to gaslight us. But that's over with. I gotta let it go, y'all. I gotta let it go. And I hope that this is the last video for the ultimatum. However, I'm being honest with you. It depends on how this tell-all goes. If Zaina drops some gems on this tell-all, I might just come back to you guys again. Probably not for a full video, but somewhere along in my vlogs, we will chat about this. But yeah, girl, this single mom has tuition, uniform, and supplies. Shop the Vibe collection. If you're watching this in stress, know it's all going to work out at some point in time. I promise you, it will. Do not allow your cortisone level to skyrocket like I did. That's all I got for you today. Until next time, love yourself, protect your energy, and deal with life's bullshit with grace and gratitude.
If you're looking for a Black-owned, high-vibrational spiritual shop to buy your essential healing journey tools, then check out the Vibe Collection. We currently just started adding digital products to our healing hub, but what we are known for is our luxury crystal waist beads. We have a variety of crystals and we have a variety of sizes. Last but not least, if you're looking for a place to purchase Florida water, sage, Palo Santo, smudge spray, abalone gel, and more, please check out our shop. We have a smudge kit you don't want to miss. Use the link in the description area to receive free shipping on your first order.